to. If I have a friend or someone that's in town and they want to train with me, I tell them no problem, right? But I also tell them, look, I'm here to work, so we're going to get after it. So what I want them to do is say, look, I want you to push me. So when I can't do anymore, I want to do 5 or 6 more, which means they're going to be spotting me through that uncomfortable times, and they're going to force me to do more. So otherwise what ends up happening is it just ends up being a bullshit partner with me as I'm working, going through my workout. And pretty soon, subsequently, sometimes we have these workouts that are very average, that where it was essentially a waste of time because we got off topic and we just started talking about life and things that are happening in our society today. And pretty soon, you gave away an hour of your time. You gave away your workout time to be discussing current events.
I get it. Yeah. So feel that you can get it done on your own, even if you don't have a workout partner. Do you practice any sort of meditation or yoga or breathing exercises or, intentional
I've tried.
Yeah.
I've tried, and I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of it. I believe in it. And, but I haven't, I need to practice meditation more. And get kind of guided meditation. I haven't given it a fair shake, so I do try that sometimes, but I have not incorporated that into my daily routine, and I need to do that, for sure. And yoga is something I need to do too.
I think, I started practicing yoga really regularly about 9 years ago. Before I was kind of dabbling 20 years ago when I lived in San Francisco, when Bikram yoga was big and you'd go into a room and you'd sweat your ass off with everybody and you'd come out just feeling like a noodle. But the yoga that I practice now is really more about breathing, and it's more about just kind of connecting with the life force that is your breath. And I think for the people listening out there, I think this is for guys and girls. In fact, the teacher that I follow, his name is Patrick Beach. This guy is just watching him gives you peace. So find somebody that you can really kind of hold up as a mentor in your practice that can guide you. And, there are lots of apps out there that will take you through a guided meditation. But I think this is maybe one of the most powerful things that we can do for ourselves is give each other a moment of time to just breathe and be.
So true. And it's proven in Eastern medicine and Eastern culture, they've been doing yoga and meditation, since the beginning of time. So there's something to it, that balance and that peace that it brings you and grounding you. And so as we said, Maria, it's something I need to do, and I just need to have the discipline to start incorporating it into my daily routine.
Yeah. And as part of Men's Health Month, I think what would be a great practice in general is to create a schedule for yourself. Schedule that workout, schedule that time, put it on your smartphone and make it an appointment. And it's an appointment with yourself to self-care. Because if you don't do it, then, the day can get ahead. And by the way, everybody's at home most of the time, your day just becomes like Groundhog Day. You get up whenever you get up and your day kind of just trickles along. Create some boundaries for yourself with your schedule so that you feel some sense of normalcy. And everybody that I know, Dr. Daniel Amen, who I have the utmost respect for, talks about this. Having a schedule and having some just normalcy and routine is so important.
Yeah, structuring your day it's so critical, and it's something that I've been practicing honestly since I've been an early teenager. I always start my day with a to-do list. I've done it literally since I've been 12, 13 years old. And it puts me on task. Otherwise, what ends up happening is you kind of skate through the day. Just as you and I were talking when you said the yoga instructor is Patrick Beach, I think you said?
Yep.
Yeah. So I made a note of this. So I'm going to YouTube him and see if he's got anything online. And that sounds as good a place to start as any. But being intentional with what I know is to be good for me. Working out and exercising and eating right, I know that's good for me. Meditation, yoga, I know that's going to be good for me. I need to carve out the time and hold myself accountable to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, again, it's Men's Health Month in June, but our men and the health of our men is essential for our society. It's essential for our world. We do not live in a vacuum, as so many people. In fact, we're recording this on Blackout Tuesday. This is a day where on social media, people are posting just images of a black screen in solidarity, standing together. We must stand together, and we must stand shoulder to shoulder. I mean, I'm sorry, but coronavirus be damned. This is the time to hold hands and to support one another. And if you can't do it physically, it can be just as simple as reaching out to somebody that you care about, that you give them a phone call and let them know that you are there and that you're thinking about them. That can go a really long way. And in my house, we've got five, I'll call them teenagers. One is 20, but they're going through a lot right now. And it's four guys, 4 guys plus 1 woman. We've got to support each other in our mental health journeys. And sometimes it just takes somebody from the outside, like you said, saying, hey, I care about you. I'm here for you. Your mentoring that you do, we've got just a couple minutes left. Can you just talk a little bit more about what you're doing in your community?
Yeah. So what I do, and that's one of the reasons I got involved in social media. I've been blessed and experienced a lot in my entrepreneurial journey, and experienced a lot of success. So part of what I've done now, I stepped down as the CEO of Lyft Brands, which is the company I founded and been involved with for the last 30 years. So now my focus is really on just sharing my story and empowering others with the experiences that I've had, and hopefully help them chart their own entrepreneurial journey and tell them on how some things end, meaning if they're helping them with their business plans, helping them chart a course to financial freedom and financial independence, and making sure that they can check all the boxes, because in many cases they think they've checked all the boxes, but they don't know what they don't know. Many cases in that journey on the entrepreneurial side, we segue into life. Hey, Peter, what is life? What's life like? What does it feel like? I mean, people are always curious. Hey, Peter, what does it feel like to be rich? It's a fair question.
Yeah.
Right? It's a fair question. And we talk about that and the challenges and the sacrifices and things that come with financial freedom. They don't go away. It's just a little bit different light on how life changes when that happens. And then they want to talk about relationships. What's it like, being financially independent and single, and what's dating like? And I was married for 20 years. So I've had a lot of experiences in my life, and I share those experiences with people that have an interest in hearing it. And if I can help them, great. That's what I'm here for.
How do people follow you and learn from so much of the life that you've lived and the wisdom that you have to share?
They just really, I make it really simple for people. I do it through Instagram, and it's just my name, Peter_Taunton, TAUNTON. And I make wall posts. The wall posts are generally either motivational or entrepreneurial. But my stories that I share, those are just me living my life. And I think it's important for me to show that part of it as well, because balance is really important. And so even though when I'm working, I'm working, and when I'm counseling and mentoring, I'm mentoring, but when I have my free time, I strive for that balance as well. So I give people a snapshot of what my daily life looks and feels like, and the good, the bad, it's all there. So I just try to be very real and present with everyone that I'm engaged with.
Yeah, I have to say, Peter, I was really moved by what you were sharing about, taking your bike and the wagon and taking food and supplies to the homeless and just being there and putting yourself out there. I think, it's very easy for people to make a judgment, to say, oh, this guy, he's so successful and he's got this and that and the other. But, by the same token, we're blessed by gifts, but we give back. And I think that your life and the way you conduct yourself is just a shining example of that. So
yeah, thank you.
It's really amazing.
Yeah, that's so kind of you to say. And I talk about it all the time. just how do you want to show up, right? How do you want to show up? And, I said, someday when I die, I hope the narrative is not, he was a successful businessman. And, I hope that it's, I experienced some success in my life, but the other side of my life was literally giving back and helping the underdog and giving people a leg up and just showing up every day. It wasn't all about me. It was about, contributing and getting up every day with some level of purpose and giving back to society. And
yeah,
it's just so important. And to be honest with you, I think we talked about this. For me, it's therapeutic when I'm in the hood of Miami, giving away food and things like that. Every time when I'm riding my bike home, it's been a full day of really fulfillment and peace and thankful. And, I give thanks to God. I'm a Christian. So I give a lot of thanks to God for this unbelievable life that I've lived. I mean, had you met me when I was 7 years old, I was going to school in a 2-room schoolhouse, right? How I got from there to where I am today, I have to scratch my head, which is why I say, look, I've got to tell me what it is you want me to do. I'm here. So
yeah, that's so beautiful. And I stand with you, Peter. I'm a Christian. I'm not shy about talking about it. As an entrepreneur, I think it's important that we show up with our values and that we share that, because that's what people will learn. And doesn't mean you have to be a Christian to follow me. I want to interact with people of all different backgrounds, all different races. I know you do too.
For sure.
And that's how we'll stand together and make a difference. We don't have to look like each other. We can just treat each other equally.
In today's day and age, that is such a perfect message, right? What we're all going through right now.
Yeah.
Just be kind, be loving, be supportive. It's not that hard.
It's the core of our humanity.
Absolutely.
Peter, you're awesome. Thank you so much for your time. And I know a lot of people are going to take your words of wisdom and hopefully find some peace right now in a less than peaceful world. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me. And I hope that anything that I say, if people find it supportive and helpful, God bless them. I'm glad I could help.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. I know you have a lot of choices out there of what to listen to, what to watch, so it means a lot to me that you're here with me. And hey, if you love this content, would you hit the subscribe button? I want you around. I don't want you to just show up for one episode and leave. I want you here, part of the conversation, a seat at this table. And while you're at it, would you share this with your friends and family? And if you take a screenshot and share it on your social media with a hashtag RFYBL for Recipes for Your Best Life, I'll make sure to personally give you a shout out, and you may just be featured right here on the show. So until next time, here's to living deliciously and being the chef of your best life.